Here's three issues that drive me nuts with FSD beta in San Francisco. Number one, recognition of parked bikes. It is really common to park a motorcycle sideways in San Francisco, like you're about to see in this video, and the system has a hard time recognizing when someone's on a bike versus when it's just parked sideways. You can see on the screen that the bike is blue, meaning that the car is actually waiting for this bike to drive away before it continues, not realizing that it's actually parked on the side of the street. I can't tell you how many times the car's slowing because it sees a parked motorcycle or is stopping when it's not supposed to, like you're seeing here. It's a really frustrating issue for a city like San Francisco where you see this really, really often, just a motorcycle parked sideways on the curb. Now, number two is another San Francisco specific issue, which is that people are walking all the time. There's tons of pedestrians, and pedestrians sometimes like to enter the crosswalk before you've finished crossing the intersection, knowing that the car will have passed by the time they get there. And the car stupidly stops in the middle of the crosswalk or in the middle of the intersection rather than just continuing because it would be gone. Here's a really awkward pedestrian interaction that illustrates this. Watch the guy coming in on the left with his dog. He stops and wants to wait for me to cross. He's waving to me forward, telling me to go. Then the car crosses the intersection like a snail at like 5 miles an hour, annoying this guy. He enters the crosswalk. Now the car's stopped, blocking this car in the intersection and also confusing the pedestrian. It moves forward. Then he starts walking again. Now the car's stopped again. Now it's moving forward again. What an incredibly awkward interaction with the pedestrian. I get that they're trying to be safe, they're trying to be cautious and stop if they detect someone entering the crosswalk, but obviously the right thing to do there would have been to just proceed forward, knowing that the pedestrian was walking slowly enough that we would have been long gone by the time they came to where we were in the crosswalk. This last example is something really annoying that it started doing recently, which is that it waits for crossing traffic to stop before continuing. It's like if somebody comes in too fast, it thinks they're not going to stop. Here's a really bad example that I've never seen before. Usually you see this at like four-way stops. It's clear to go, but it doesn't go. But here the light's actually green, and it waits to see if this blue car is going to stop, which obviously it is because it has a red light, before continuing. This behavior definitely needs to be refined.